who keeps Christmas lights up all the way to June.
Chantal, great speaking with you. I got to ask you right off the top, how are things going with you and the family, everything? What's been going on with you lately?
We're good. I mean, Raymond's been touring with Our Lady Peace a lot, and so I've been just kind of hunkering with the kids, and then every time he comes off the road for a minute, seems like, you know what, hits the fan. So the recent episode was he came home, and then we had to evacuate because there was fire near us at our LA property, and so that was kind of interesting. And so we're just kind of getting settled back into the house and get the kids back, sort of in their regiment and all that stuff. And yeah.
Oh my goodness! But everybody's
been a time.
Everybody's safe though. That's the important thing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, everybody's okay. Everyone's okay. I feel really sad for people who are losing their homes. That's tragic to consider. I don't know. I'm almost thinking like, there were sort of 12 homes lost in our neighborhood, and I feel bad for those people. They must feel so isolated. Like if all of us lost our house, that would be one thing. But they just, it's so sad. We had one neighbor, one friend, their neighbor, a couple of doors over, the house burned, and then theirs didn't. So it's like this weird natural selection. It's really sad. But anyway, yeah, we're safe and moving forward.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I'm praying for everybody there in LA, and hopefully, these fires will be taken care of so that everybody can have a great holiday season. And that's something that you're giving back to everybody. You are releasing a holiday album and going on tour.
Yeah. So, my husband was away. We got this new project, obviously, Moon vs. Sun, and it's been amazing. But then he had a tour booked with his band. So, of course, we support each other in our various projects. And I have always got something going on. But I just we're very Christmas music in our house. Like our one son in particular. I mean, he's already wearing his holiday sweater, and he just has this real affinity for holiday music and the season. And it'll be like June, and he'll be saying, I just wish it was Christmas, and we'll just start listening to Christmas music. And anyway, I realized, I have this time that I do love to sometimes just hunker and be in my house and my studio and making music as an artist, and I don't, always want to write songs for other people when I have time. It's like a back and forth relationship, And I got the Christmas bug. My son gave it to me, and now he sings on the album too. That's our youngest. I think the older ones are a little bit envious that they aren't appearing on the album. But our son Sal is truly the Christmas music champion in the house. So it was a thrill to write a song for Sal's voice called "The Christmas Train." I think it's one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard in my life, not because I wrote it, but because he sings it. And it's just like the voice of an angel. Just before the voice starts cracking, that little, angel boy voice is so precious. I'm so glad that there was an opportunity to record him. I didn't even know he was a recording artist. I didn't know he could sing like that behind the mic. I had no idea. We're very casual here with the discovery of music. We don't, I've never made my kids come in and stand behind the mic at all. But he stood behind the mic and sang as though he'd been doing it his whole life. It was bizarre.
I like putting ornaments on the tree. Mom, don't forget the milk for Santa, please. I wonder how he gets down the chimney without ever waking me.
I can't even describe to you what a bizarre and beautiful experience it was to record him. He did all his own harmonies on the Paul McCartney song we did together, of the choir, the bridge. They practiced all year long. He did the harmonies times 5, and all I had to do was say, okay, now go a third above, now go a fifth above, now go, and he did it all in like a take. It was bizarre. He has perfect pitch. And Rudy, it was bizarre. And I don't want to demean anyone else I've worked with, but he was better at all of it than most of the artists I've ever worked with. In terms of being a pro. I don't understand. I really don't.
He's had great teachers. Come on, he grew up in
Yeah,
this.
but he hasn't been. Yeah, I guess so. But like, if I honestly, like, literally, my son the other night, I was like, I'm a bad mom. I was tired. He said, Mom, come to the piano. I got to sit. And I'm like, no. I'm tired. I mean, I just don't. I think it's honestly very intuitive for him, and it's just in his makeup, and it's beautiful. It really is.
But here's the thing for you, though, writing a Christmas song, knowing that there are so many classics out there, how difficult is it, though, to write a Christmas song when you basically got almost every phrase has already been recorded in some way? How do you make an original and cross fingers it becomes a classic?
Well, so, when I write songs, every time I've written an album since I was a kid, like, I started writing when I got my first record deal, I was still pretty much a child. And, I knew you had to have a single, right? So I was like, that's the single. Before You, that's the single. And then the next album, All I Can Do, or the next, like, whatever it was. I always knew I had one song they'll play on the radio. And that's how my brain works. Like, if I'm working with somebody, I'm like, yeah, let's do all the creative. Let's go crazy. And this is the song. They'll be like sort of the focus song. And so I'm not thinking about it in terms of radio per se, but I am thinking of it how you just said it, which is classic Christmas songs. So on this album, I didn't want to get caught up just writing a whole album of songs no one knew. I think that the holiday music that exists should be interpreted and enjoyed, and you can hear a new voice doing it, a voice you may know and love. That's definitely something I wanted to do. So half the album is that. And then I think what my brain said was, for the other songs, I really wanted two of them, at least two of them, to feel like a classic that would go into people's hearts forever if they latched on, And so one of those songs is definitely my son's song I wrote for his voice, The Christmas Train. I feel like it's a song that's existed forever, and it hasn't. So I hope that for years to come, children enjoy it, families, and, that it's in movies that are appropriate. I really do. I'm really excited for everyone to hear that one. And then the other song that I wrote was the focus song for, that's being released now and everything, and that's called Christmas is a Way of Life, My Dear. And the album is called Christmas is a Way of Life, My Dear. And in that song, I wanted it to come on the radio or your, whatever, your Spotify list, whatever. And it's that same, like, All I Want for Christmas Is You, Mariah. Like, it's that pop classic, Christmas song.
Why can't we feel the love of Christmas everywhere we go? Why can't we feel the warmth, the tingle, and the snowflake on your nose? Why can't we feel the love of Christmas everywhere we go?
And and the way the song came, it came to me in like a moment. And I had this vision that I was going to be riding a bike with my father on the farm in Manitoba, and that I would write the whole song. And that's weird. And then I was in Toronto, and I dropped my kids at camp, and I went back home, and I had some things to do, but I was like, ugh, I hate being here with all the kids at camp in Ontario, and Rain's on tour. And I just called my dad, and I said, hey, Dad, what are you doing? And he said, nothing. You want to come home for the weekend? And I said, sure. So I said, can we do some bike riding? Are you up for it? He's going to be 80. And he said, yeah, come on, let's go bike riding. So I went home, and I got on a bike with my dad, and we went biking on the farm roads, and the song came out fully. And then I said, Dad, I had a dream I was going to write a Christmas song, and this is in July. And then I said, Dad, I've just written this. I sang my dad the song all the way home, and then I played it for my parents on the piano. I taped it, and that's the focus song. Like, it all actually came to fruition. It's so weird.
Oh, my goodness.
Do it in the summer. It's the strangest thing. And then, to be honest with you, everybody told me not to put on the album, that I should be giving it to a Mariah or a Christina, or a big global artist that's all out there. And I struggled with it for a minute because that's a good business move, but I love it so much, and there's a lot of meaning to the song for me, Rudy, because I do believe that Christmas is a way of life. And what I mean by that is it doesn't matter if you're Jewish, you're Christian, it just means that during the holidays, people are kind, and we give a lot to the community, and we share, and we open our homes and our hearts, and we're warmer, and we're softer, and we're thoughtful, and, you know, generous and all that stuff. And I just see a world where people could be like that, maybe out front in their minds all year. And so I really wanted that to be the theme of the album. So that's what that song's all about. And then the other few songs, the originals, were meant to be a little bit more like me songs, like just sort of for my creative urges, you know. So what I mean by that is, like, one of them is called Overthinking. There's a whole long backstory about it. It actually comes from a weird problem I got into with a big artist, and they told me that I was overthinking. And I was like, oh, am I now? So I wrote this song called Overthinking, and then because I was writing my holiday album, I made it about how in life, like, we're always, like, busy and we're overthinking and we have so much going on, and then when the holidays come, we sort of chill out and we turn our brains off a bit. And so that's what that song is meant to be. It's sort of like for when the guests are gone and you're just with maybe your partner, or you're having some alone time, it's quiet, and you're hitting reset, and you're just, because the holidays, there is that quiet, right? Like, the streets are quiet, and it's just a really healing moment. It can be very challenging for a lot of people too, because within that shift and that silence can be hard for people. But I kind of like what that sort of moment can offer, and it's really like simplifying, right? So that's what that one's about. And then I wrote one other one, and it's called I Want to Be an Angel, and it's just about, like, what is the top of the tree about? You know, what is that Christmas angel all about? And how we're, like, flawed and as human beings, but wouldn't it be just awesome to be the top of the Christmas tree? Yeah. And the rest of the songs are classics, you know, that I'm covering.
And Rain is also singing with you on a couple of them?
Yeah, Rain sings on Blue Christmas, the Elvis hit. It's pretty cute. I love it. And that was not easy to do because he was on tour. But we made it happen. And that's kind of it. There's one other little intro song on the album, too, called Shine. It was meant to just sort of introduce the whole concept of what, you know, this whole, like, idea of we're all, you know, Christmas is a way of life, and how we all have a light inside of us. And so, yeah, that's the opening.
So what's the tour going to be like?
Yeah. What's the what?
The tour. Good.
I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting because there's small venues, and I put the album out too late, you know, to tell them. I told my agent too late. So there was, you know, now I'm already booking Christmas shows in sort of bigger venues for next year, but it was too late for this year. So just some small venues to feel the feels, and you know, I'm not going to bring a band with me or really anything. So they'll be interpreting it all, just me at the piano. But, you know, my hope is that it will feel like what I've described, just this, like, sort of, just like a nice reset moment, you know, get the spirit of Christmas going and visit what it's about and really, really drink it up, you know. That's the feeling I want. A warm and fun and sort of healing feeling, you know, from the show. That's what I'd like.
We definitely need that. 2019. Oof, what a year. So what a way to end it with a great album like this that you put together. Absolutely love it.
Thank you, Rudy. Thanks so much for the support. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, always. Well, look, I'm going to let you go because I know you've got a busy schedule going on today, but please make sure you say hello to Rain for me. I'm looking forward to playing this album during my Christmas. And more importantly,
thanks, Rudy.
How do people get a hold of you social media-wise if they want to learn more about what's going on with the Christmas album, any new music? You guys, of course, on film, everything that's going on with you guys. How do we get
Okay, well, on the you can go to me on Instagram and it's at Chantal Kreviazuk. And then for Moon vs. Sun, you can go to Moon vs. Sun Official. And I play a little bit. I do Twitter a little bit. I play with it a bit, but yeah, we announce things on Twitter, and I think on Facebook, more from my team does a little bit more at the Facebook, but I tend to be quite personal. People can reach out to me, and I really enjoy the Instagram features and keeping up with everything going on. It's a great way to keep up with everything going on with both myself and my band with my husband. So, yeah.
Sounds good to me. Look, say hello to Rain for me. Like you said, give a big hug for me. And if we don't get a chance to talk, have a great Christmas, please.
Hey, listen, I'm hoping, we better figure out how to get you out to maybe one of these little shows. It'd be great to see you, as always, Rudy.
I'm going to check the list. I'm going to make sure I'm there. That's going to be a promise, big-time promise.
I can't wait to see you. Let's share some Christmas cheer, my friend.
Sounds great. You take care, and we'll talk soon.
Okay, thanks, Rudy. We love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I just want the world to hear Christmas is a way of life, my dear.